Assalamu alaikum everyone. So we are studying the 9th chapter of economics, that is money market and capital market in India. In this lecture we'll start with the capital market in India. We have seen what is money market, what is the structure, what is its role, what are the problems faced by money market in the previous lectures. Now we'll study all about the capital market. What is the meaning of capital market? Capital market is a market for long-term funds, both equity and debt raised within and outside the country. It is an important constituent of the financial system. Money market was for short-term funds, capital market is for long-term funds. Development of an effective capital market is necessary for promoting more investment as well as achieving economic growth. The demand for long-term funds come from agriculture, trade and industry. Individual savers, corporate savings banks, insurance companies, specialized financial institutions are the suppliers of long-term funds. So the primary function of money market and capital market is somewhat same, but the only difference is money market is where funds are invested for short-term period or short-term funds are regulated, and in case of capital market long-term funds are dealt with. Structure of capital market in India. The capital market in India comprises of gilt-edged or the government securities market, industrial securities market, development financial institutions and financial intermediaries. Now what are government securities market? It is also known as the gilt-edged market. It deals in government and semi-government securities. Such securities carry a fixed rate of interest. So when government issues any securities for a long period of time, or it deals in any security for a long period of time, then it will be considered as government securities market. For example, a long-term loan given by government will be part of government securities market. Another component is industrial securities market. It deals with the shares and debentures issued by old and new companies. It is further divided into primary market, where new issues of shares and debentures take place, and secondary market, where old issues of shares and debentures takes place. Now, primary market helps to raise fresh capital through the sale of shares and debentures, whereas secondary market deals with securities already issued by companies. Secondary market functions through stock exchange. Now, what is stock exchange? Stock exchange is an important constituent of the capital market. It is an association or organization in which stocks, bonds, commodities are traded. Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange are the two stock exchanges in the country, the premier stock exchanges in the country. Stock exchange is the place where exchange of financial instruments, financial securities, say shares and debentures, takes place. Development financial institution. They provide medium-term and long-term financial assistance to the private sector. They include Industrial Financial Corporation of India, Industrial Investment Bank of India, Import-Export Bank of India, and so on. So these financial institutions provide long-term and medium-term loans for the development of industry, agriculture, trade, and so on. Financial intermediaries, they act as a link between the investor and the borrower to meet the financial objectives of both the parties. They consist of merchant banks, mutual funds, leasing companies, venture capital companies. So, financial intermediaries are responsible for for establishing a link between the investor and the borrower. They help the investor in investing the business and borrower in borrowing the funds, and in turn they charge a certain commission. And the examples of financial intermediaries could be mutual funds or merchant banks and so on. So these are the components of capital market in India, and they form the structure of capital market in India. Role of capital market in India. Why is capital market important? The first is mobilizes long-term savings. There is an increasing demand for investment funds by industrial organizations and government. The availability of financial resources is insufficient to meet this growing demand. Capital market helps to mobilize long-term savings from various sections of the population through the sale of securities. Capital market helps in collecting or mobilizing long-term finance, long-term investment. Another role is that it provides equity capital. Capital market provides equity capital or share capital to entrepreneurs, which could be used to purchase assets as well as fund their business operations. Operational efficiency. Capital market helps to achieve operational efficiency by lowering the transaction cost, simplifying the transaction procedures, lowering the settlement timings in purchase and sale of stocks. Capital market helps in achieving the operational efficiency. It helps in undertaking the operation quickly and more economically and efficiently. Another importance is that quick valuation. Capital market helps to determine a fair and quick value of both equity shares and debt, bonds, debentures, and other instruments. That is, it helps to know the correct price or fair price of all these financial instruments quickly and easily, and it helps the investor in making the investment decision. Integration. Capital market leads to integration among real and financial sector, equity and debt instruments, government and private sector, domestic and external funds. It combines, it integrates the investment or financial needs of all the groups of the society, all the categories of the society, and helps in the overall economic development and growth. So these are the roles or importance of capital market in India. Problems of capital market. Now the following points will explain the problems faced by Indian capital market. The first one is financial scams. Increasing the number of financial frauds have resulted in irreparable loss for the capital market. Besides this, it has also led to public distrust and loss of confidence among the individual investors. N number of financial scams are taking place nowadays. We can take the example of the Nirav Modi scam, the Harshad Mehta scam. All these scams have uh, affected the credibility of the capital market in India. Insider trading and price manipulation. Insider trading means buying or selling of security by someone who has access to non public information or unpublished information for personal benefit. It is often done by the person who works inside the company. Price manipulation or price rigging, on the other hand, means to simply raise the prices of the shares through buying and selling of shares within certain individual themselves for personal gains, manipulating the price on the stock exchange. Such illegal practices have also affected the smooth functioning of capital market. Inadequate debt instruments. Debt instruments include bonds, debentures, and so on. There is not much trading in the debt securities due to narrow investor base, high cost of issuance, lack of accessibility to small and medium enterprises, often results in the inadequate management of debt instruments, which affects the working of capital market. Decline in the volume of trade. Regional stock exchanges have witnessed a sharp decline in the volume of trade because investors prefer to trade in securities listed in premier stock exchanges like Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange, and so on. Also, the creditability is important here. People often put their trust or invest their money or funds in the places where there is no manipulation or there is less risk, and as a result the regional stock exchanges suffer, and because of that the capital market overall gets affected. Lack of informational efficiency. A market is said to be informationally efficient if a company's stock prices incorporate all the available information into the current prices. However, the stock market in India lacks informational efficiency compared to advanced countries. Proper price of stocks are not or the information regarding the prices of stocks or the profitability of the company is not easily available for the investors. As a result, investors find it difficult to make the decision and invest in a particular stock or company, and because of this the trading on the stock exchange gets affected and the working of the capital market gets impacted. So these are the problems faced by the Indian capital market. Reforms introduced in the capital market. What are the recent changes that have taken place in the capital market? The following are some of the important reforms introduced in the capital market. Securities and Exchange Board of India (SEBI) was established in 1988 and it was given the statutory powers in 1992 to protect the interests of the investors and promote the development of the securities market. The introduction or the establishment of SEBI was one of the major steps taken to regulate the capital market, and which was one of the very prominent and important step or recent reform in the capital market. National Stock Exchange, the leading stock exchange in India, was established in 1992. Computerized screen-based trading system was introduced as a part of modernization, which have increased the reach of the capital market. Another importance or another reform was the Demat account, which was introduced since 1996. It facilitates easy purchase and sale of shares by the investors through electronic method. Earlier, shares were traded physically, share certificates were traded physically, but after 1996, the concept of dematerialization came into being, and as a result, now shares and financial instruments are traded electronically. Increased access to global funds by Indian companies was permitted through American depository receipts and global depository receipts. That is, an investor in India can invest in America or the financial instruments or companies in America through ADR or through GDR. So, this was a major step taken in the capital market. Another very prominent or important reform was the introduction of Investor Education and Protection Fund. IEPF was established in 2001 to promote the investors' awareness and for protecting the interests of the investors. With these reforms, the capital market have become all the more trustworthy, creditable, and have progressed over the years. So these are the reforms which have taken place in capital market. So we have completed the capital market part of the chapter. Today we have seen the structure of the capital market, role and importance of capital market, what are the recent changes that have taken place in capital market, and so on. And with this we have completed our 9th chapter, and that's all for today's lecture. Thank you.